Good morning, folks. Welcome to Randy Shaves. We're going to do a shave this morning, and the soap we're going to be using is Stirling Soap Company's Sweet Pecan. Very, very, very nice scent. Very beautiful pour there, which we'll talk about more here in a minute. And I've got the matching glacial aftershave. I always get glacial from Stirling because, as you know, I like menthol in my aftershaves and in my soaps when it comes in there. I really do enjoy the menthol. For the razor today, we're going to be using the Timelsss 0.68. This one has a titanium head and a stainless steel handle. I've got a titanium handle, but I like this stainless handle on this titanium head. It gives a really good shave. And like I said, it's a 0.68. There's the razor. It's a regular three-piece. You can see got great wide leather channels in it. Does a good job. So I'm going to be using that. For the brush today, I'm using an Elite razor. There's their coin. An Elite razor. Manchurian White Badger with a burled Mesquite wooden handle. Very beautiful brush. That's what I'm using today. And the razor, I've got a Tatra Platinum. And I haven't been using these very long at all. In fact, I've only used one twice. Now this one is on its second use, but I've used one of these in another razor. And for me, the jury is still out on the Tatra blades. I think they're going to be a good blade, but I can't say. I hadn't shaved with them enough. But today I'm going to be shaving with the Tatra Platinum. If you have thoughts on those, leave them in the comments below. Let's see, what else we got? Oh, for the soap, they don't give much on the scent notes themselves, but I'll just read you the scent description. The pecan pie has been a dessert staple in the American South for generations. It's super sweet and nutty with a deliciously gooey filling and flaky buttery crust. Enjoy it warm, cold, or a la mode. This scent is a true experience, and it is. It's a beautiful scent. I think this came out around for the Thanksgiving holidays, and it's been a real good soap. It's really nice. So I'm going to wet the face just a little here, and we'll go ahead and get started. If I've told you about everything, I think I have. So let's get this sterling lather going, which is always superb. For me, anyway. I like it. And I like this Timelsss razor, this .68 razor that they have. Gives a nice smooth shave. Now this will be the first shave with this razor with a Tatra in it. I haven't used the Tatra in this razor yet. So we'll warm the razor up a little, and we'll just get going here. Here we go. Yeah, that feels good. Yeah. Yeah, this Tatra may be a good match for this razor. Tatra is I was just unfamiliar with them, and I've been seeing a lot of comments where people really like them. And I thought, well, I think I'll try those. And they're not expensive. I have no idea how many shaves you can get from one. I'm about to find out, though, because I'm going to just shave with this razor, with this blade in it, until the blade needs to be changed. So we'll see how many I get out of it. I'm going to be doing a little mini rant today. With probably a bigger rant to follow. Because I've been looking into something that hasn't really made me real happy. And I've never really paid a lot of attention to it until here the other day. I ordered a soap that is a pretty well-known soap. And it was $24. And normally that's too much for me. For a tub of soap. But it was 5 ounces. And I had been wanting it because I had the balm for it already. So I ordered it. I got it. It was shipped very quickly. It didn't get here very quickly, but that wasn't the shipper's fault. It got shipped very quickly, but the USPS, they had first it took 3 or 4 days for it to get accepted. I don't know what that's all about. That happens a lot. Let me rinse just a minute. So, well, it's a good first pass. So anyway, I get the soap, and I don't know really what made me notice it, but I got it out of the box, and I thought, man, this don't feel like a 5-ounce soap, but maybe it is. Well, it just so happens that I have a few empty containers here. And I thought, well, I'm just going to find out how much soap's in this thing. So I weighed an empty container, and they're all basically the same. This size, if you'll notice, this size tub is really, really close, probably identical to this size tub, both top and bottom. So most soaps, the tubs weigh 2.8 ounces. I weighed several of them. That's what they weighed. Now, let me digress a little bit and go back and talk about, I told you we'd talk more about the pour on this Stirling soap. Now, when I took into account the weight of the Stirling container, and you'll notice on all Stirlings, it says 5.8 ounce approximate. So, that's about as good as they can get it, because I'm sure I don't know whether it pours out of a machine or I don't know how it works. But anyway, so this is 5.8 ounces. The one I got was 5 ounces, and there was a significant difference in them. So I weighed the Stirling, and it already had one shave out of it, one scoop. So when I weighed it, it weighed 8.7 ounces, counting the container, counting the tub. So you take the 2.8 ounces for the weight of the container away from that, and that ends up at being 5.9 ounces. And it says it's approximately 5.8. Hey, fair enough. It would have been just as fair to me if it had weighed if it had weighed 5.7, because it does say approximate, or even 5.6. But my experience with Stirling has been always they're going to err on the heavy side. And with me, in my soaps that I have a bunch of Stirling soaps. It's always been that way. You don't get gypped with your pour. Now let me tell you about this soap I ordered. And I'm not saying this to make anybody angry. And I'm going to do a separate video on this subject. Don't worry. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to get into all of it today. But this soap that I bought, which I'm not going to tell you what it is now, I probably will tell you when I do the full video on this subject. But this soap that I got the other day, weighed the container, 2.8 ounces. I weighed the soap with the soap in it. The soap weighed, the whole thing together weighed 5 ounces. Okay? That's what it says is in the tub. It weighed 5 ounces. So you take away that 2.8 ounces for the container, and you wind up with 2.2 ounces of soap. As opposed to the Stirling, where you wound up with 5.9 ounces of the soap in a 5.8 ounce container. See what I'm getting at? There's another artisan that sells 6-ounce tubs. I've weighed every one of them that I've gotten from them. I've got several of those. I have yet to find 6 ounces of soap in a tub. Now, I don't know whether they're counting their tub weight or what. But I'm saying all that just to say, you got to be careful. You're not always getting what you're paying for. And I think a lot of times, they stamp these containers as having more than the standard 4-ounce soap. but you're not getting any more soap than you get in a legitimate 4-ounce tub. And sometimes you don't get 4 ounces, like this one I got the other day. 2.2 ounces of soap is what it figures up to after you take the container weight away from it. Y'all ever had that happen? Or have you ever even looked into it? If you haven't, look into it. You might get surprised. This shave's going well, by the way. Like I said, I was going to do a mini rant. That's basically it. And that, I don't know, that just rubs me the wrong way. I've got plenty of soap. Look, I got enough soap that'll outlast me. I guarantee you that. But don't try to fool me. Please don't act like I'm stupid. I may do some stupid things, but I'm not stupid. But I noticed this tub right away. When I got it in the mail and got it out of the box, I thought, man, something ain't right. This thing's too light. And when you've done this as long as I have, and you've got so many soaps, you just notice things like that when you take them out of the box. Just put on the tub what's in there. That's all I'm asking. But I tell you again, I'm gonna say it again, and I don't work for Stirling, and I don't get compensated from Stirling. Nothing. All I do is buy from Stirling. You never see that with a Stirling soap, ever. And I guarantee you, if I did, it would take one email to Rod or Mandy I would get an apology, I would get a reason, and I would be compensated for that misrepresentation. I really had a hard time deciding if I was going to talk about this today, but I don't know. The more I think about it, the more aggravated I get. I just don't understand. And probably people are going to say, well, water evaporates and this blah, 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 blah. 3 ounces of water didn't evaporate from this tub of soap. There again, I'm not stupid. I'm going to see if I can show you the pour without showing you what soap it is. Because the pour doesn't look that bad. There's the pour. There's 2.2 ounces of soap in that tub. So there you go. And as I stated, that's a $25 tub of soap, folks. That's $11 and something an ounce. That's unacceptable. Sorry. It's unacceptable. The shave was wonderful. I think I'm going to like these Tatra blades. Like I said, I don't know how many shaves one will give me. I'll find out. But that was really nice. And I'll find out later today how long the shave lasts. You know, sometimes you shave and you'll be smooth just about all day long, and other times around lunchtime you start feeling that you didn't get quite as good a shave as you thought you did. But that was a nice smooth shave. I enjoyed that. Okay, so I've got the alum on. I'll show you my brush again. This is the Elite Razor 24 millimeter, I think. Yeah, 24 millimeter Manchurian White knot with a burled mesquite wood handle. Beautiful brush. I get a lot of comments on this brush. A lot of people like that. And the grain kind of changes as you rotate it around, as you'll see. But again, let me rinse the alum off. Again, the soap I used today was the very nice smelling Sweet Pecan from Stirling soaps. Man, it smells good. And I'm going to put on some of the Glacial aftershave. And I want y'all to understand, folks, I don't rant much. You know that. Very seldom I'll show my unhappiness about something. But I don't know. It just kind of, like I said, it rubs me the wrong way. I can't help it. This is the razor again. Yeah, it's got Timelsss on there. See there? It's a Timelsss stainless handle on this Timelsss 0.68 titanium head. And let me show you something else I got. I really like this. Got it off of Amazon. It's a nice little shave bowl. What's that called? Live bin. I don't know. But very low priced. It's got the little things in the middle and it's got the ridges, you know, on the sides. It does a really good job, and it's got your brush holder that you can lay your brush in. This handle is a little bit too large for the holder, but it'll lay in there. So that's the shave for today. And man, it was a nice one, I tell you. Let me reach up here. I'm gonna go ahead and put my Aveeno on that I always use. Yeah, that Tatra. You know, I've heard. I don't remember who it was, but someone on one of the Facebook groups said that they tried these and now it's all they use, and they are good blades. At least so far, they are, and I hope they last. And that razor gets up under the nose excellently. So that's the shave for today. The shave, aka rant, also known as the rant, on the amount of soap in your tubs. All I'm telling you is, if it says 4 ounces, or if it says 5 ounces, if it says 6 ounces, you may or may not be getting that much soap. But in these green tubs, if it says 5.8 ounces approximate, you're going to get what you pay for. I can tell you that. I have never had that happen with a Stirling soap. And I've got a ton of them. But some of these others, I know prices are going up. I know the ingredients are going up. It's tough, but tell the truth. All I want you to do, tell the truth. And then I'll make my decision as to whether I want to buy your product or not. Fair? Of course that's fair. Okay, I'm going to let you go, but first I want to tell you to use my razor company affiliate code. Randy Shaves. It'll be in the description below. I've got a, I didn't use a Frank shaving brush today, but I've got a Frank shaving link in my description that gets you 20% off. I made a mistake last week and I told you 25% off. That's not right. It's 20% off. That's still a very generous offer, especially when you can get brushes that look like this baby right here. Very beautiful silver tip, Manchurian silver tip brush. So use that code too, and Ming will give you 20% off of your purchase if you go to their site. So I appreciate you joining me today. Subscribe if you haven't. Give this a thumbs up if you will. And I guess we'll talk to you guys the next time. Oh, and I will be doing a separate video at some point on my amount of soap rant that I went through. And I'm going to give you some examples so that you can see. Now, let me clear something up before I leave, because some artisans may be watching this. But and I haven't been through all the soaps I've got, but I can tell you right now, the Stirling is good to go. McDuff's is good to go. What are some of the other ones? Stirling and McDuff's. I don't know. There's more, but those two in particular stick out in my mind. You always get at least what it says on the tub, and a lot of times, if they err, it's going to be in your favor. So like the other night, I weighed a McDuff soap that I had used 2 or 3 times. And it's a 4-ounce tub, and I still had 4.4 ounces of soap in it. So they err on the high side too. Okay, that's all of that, and I'll talk to you guys the next time. Adios.